Hello, buddy. Welcome back to the 10 Man Score channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey 10 Man Taylor. And today, I thought I'd get on here and react to another Angry Grandpa video for you guys, but this one's another story time related video that's off of his personal channel, Grandpa's Corner. And it's Christmas related. And while he's riding around in his vehicle, he tells the story about the time he was in a Christmas play. So without further ado, I'm going to turn these lights off, move the camera up here for you guys, and let's get this reaction on the road in the bag, shall we? Okay, here we go.
You know, when I was a kid, it's Christmas time, I start thinking about things that used to happen and all, But when I was a kid, I used to go to Sunday school. Well, let me rephrase that. I was made to go to Sunday school. I didn't want to go to Sunday school, sit there with a bunch of guys, and they talk about, well, back in Zacharias was walking around Bethlehem and bullshit. I didn't care about all that crap.
Well, if you're in a church-going family, he's right. You do have to go. And they preach and teach you about every single person that's listed in the Bible and all the major events that happened back in them days. They teach you about things that you don't learn in regular public school. But anyway, let's continue with the story.
Anyway, my mama made me be in a play. I was a little fella, I was like 8 year old, And Grandpa, AGP, I was a shepherd. I had a staff. And I wore a dress. Cried about that shit because I didn't want to wear no dress. I was a boy. Boys don't wear dresses.
I would be embarrassed too, because if I was playing a shepherd, I would want to wear, I don't know what they wore back in biblical times, but it's almost similar to a dress, but for men, kind of like a gown-ish type of piece of clothing, and then you have like a robe with a hood over it. When he was a young kid, he was probably thinking about a girl's dress.
But I was told it was, whatever the name of the garment is, but they didn't wear jeans and that shit back in them days. You know what I'm saying?
They sure did.
Anyway, it was Christmas time though, and I ordered some presents for Christmas, so I figured I better to go along with the program. So anyway, I'm a shepherd, little Billy Muncie. He was one of the farm animals. He was a cow, and Joey Pickford, he was one of the shepherds. But anyway, big short story. We're sitting there, and all of a sudden there's baby Jesus, in there with Mary, which the girl playing Mary was fucking ugly, man. I ain't lying. I would have kissed that bitch I would have kissed her with your lips. I ain't lying.
Oh, heck no. He shouldn't have been making fun of girls' facial features. She went to Sunday school and she got the part of Mary. That should be good. And plus, they're not going to be doing any kissing scenes in the play either. But anyway, he's just making a point on how she looked.
That one ugly little girl. Had zits all over her face, man. And fucking hair was all scroungy looking, Never forget that guy. And her name was Mary, come to think of it. But anyway, we're standing there in the manger scene, and we're being real quiet, and all of a sudden, it got, the cow, and the animals there, it got real quiet. And all of a sudden, little Billy Muncie, the goddamn animal, motherfucker farted.
Oh, heck no.
I'll tell you one thing, for a goddamn 6-year-old, that was the longest and the loudest fart I ever heard in my life.
Yeah, you would think that 6-year-old kids, they would just go like, poop. Like a little too, not no daggum continuing. Like he made. An impression of. Oh, man, I know back when you were little kids, poots would probably smell like a big amounts of crap. But once you get older, it's going to smell worse.
Well, I lost it. Billy farted! And the old gal man that was directing the play, be quiet, shh. Stop! Jesus, buddy, you sudden, man, people started smelling that shit, you know, and all of a sudden they had a real baby that was playing baby Jesus. Well, that baby started crying. I know that baby smelled that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't handle that shit either. So the mother came and she got little baby Jesus. I laughed so goddamn hard they took me off the damn stage. Little Billy Muzzy, he was so goddamn embarrassed. He didn't know what the fuck to do. But Jesus Christ. You know, I remember that it was just funny, you know, those kind of things happen.
Yeah, that's true. Things like that just happen. You can't stop it. But man, you should have controlled your laughter, because it would have been embarrassing if you're laughing and the director said, "Shh, be quiet, be quiet." But yeah, the baby was crying. I know he probably smelt that long fart, like he said. I just feel sorry that that baby had to go through that that day.
It was just funny. Motherfucker farted like a cut. Oh my God. Sound like one of them little machines, you know. Anyway, that was a short-lived major scene play. Laughed my ass off. Never forget it. And I think to this day I can still remember that motherfucker. I think that motherfucker had sausage and sauerkraut or something for goddamn supper that night. That was one stinky little motherfucker. And that was Christmas back when I was about 6 years old. Bye!
I don't know about you guys, but if I was in a play and I gasped or laughed at something that was funny in the play, I would be embarrassed for sure. I can tell you for one thing, I did do a few Christmas plays, which I might end up telling you guys a story about that soon. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more Angry Grandpa related content like this. This has been another successful installment of the Tin Man's Corner channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor, and I said that's a wrap. Have a nice day, y'all.